Hello humans, Master DinnerFlax here, and today I'll be going over not one, but two Chaos Blade decks. Now, I'm going over two because I have not found a definitive answer for which one I like playing the best, but these are both pretty solid, and they are pretty fun too, so I'll go ahead and get into it. So the first one we got is Dark Noble Knight version, the Dark Noble Knight variant, and this one is pretty simple. We got the 9 Armageddon Knights, of course, and the Triple Malicious, very standard. This is what you always want to play in the deck. This is Armageddon Knight alone just sets up most of the plays, and yeah, just extremely important. And then we got 2 Noble Knight Ishtar. Now, you can special summon them from your hand or graveyard by banishing 2 Noble Knights. So usually you're banishing another copy of himself and Isolde, which is actually a Noble Knight, to summon him out of the grave. Now, this doesn't always happen, but whenever something like this does happen, you got plenty of options. So it's kind of hard to explain, but it's actually very easy to set up. But you'll end with a Big King, and the Big King, when he's summoned this way, his summon cannot be negated, and your opponent cannot respond to the summon, which is actually really, really cool. Then we got the 1 Plague Spreader for the Beatrice combo, the 1 Searchable BLS. This version only plays 1 because you got Big King on your side. And then we got the 1 Effect Veiler for if your opponent's an idiot and tries to destroy Chaos Zone. Then we got Triple Chaos Zone, Triple Allure, Double Acquisitiveness, because in this version you actually want to recur the Isoldes just because you banish them, and if you can kind of set up a grind game, that's really good for you because you still got plenty of rank 4s in here. 1 Galaxy Cyclone because you can send it off Beatrice and then pop a Threading Floodgate or Power Spell the next turn. Now, sometimes I wish this was actually Shaddoll Dragon, but the problem with Shaddoll Dragon is it has so much less value drawing it, unlike Galaxy Cyclone. Because if you are going against True Draco, yeah, you want to have the Dragon so you can immediately pop the diagram. But if you draw Dragon and you, like, can't put it back, you're in such a bad position. And it's like, ugh. So, yeah, Galaxy Cyclone. Then we got 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Reborn, 1 Rhoda, and 1 Soul Charge, and the 1 Upstart. All just 1-ofs. I would say power 1-ofs, but Upstart doesn't actually do anything. It's just 1 less card. And we got Triple DDR. This can help you set up for Big King too. Phoenix Blade, of course. And then 3 Noble Knight equips, Arfiduder, Noble Arms of Destiny, and Gallatin. This pretty much makes your Big King really big and kingly, so that's pretty fun. And then we got Sword of Deep Seated, just as another name that puts itself back in the deck. I'm not a big fan of this one, but it seems alright. I just needed one that puts itself back, because the problem with having ones that don't put themselves back is if you draw 2, you shut off your engine. And then we got 1 Lost One to also send off Beatrice. And then for the extra deck, the Omegas, Ciphering Lord Omega and Zeta, you can make both these and they both fuel Chaos Zone. A Lightning Package, Nightmare, Tornado Dragon. 2 Big Kings because in grind game scenarios, when he dies, so you should already know what he does when he's summoned. You can equip 3, you can attach 1 to pop cards, but also when he's destroyed, you can target a level 4 or higher Noble Knight in your grave, so one of his XC materials, and special summon it. So it makes Ishtar have extra value, and it can help you rank up into Big King easier. So you can just go back into Big King again. So it seems pretty good. And we got the Pilgrim, the Beatrice, the Stardust Charge, 1 Borreload, 1 Decode, which is usually, if you're linking up, this is one of the cards you'll make. And then 2 Isolde. See, and the side deck doesn't actually matter. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Dark Noble Knight version. So let's go into the one people were really interested in. the UA version. So this one's also very similar. We got 3-3, but instead of 3 Grepher, I went with 2 Grepher and 2 Summoner Monks because it's pretty much the same thing. Getting to Summoner Monk is like getting into Armageddon Knight. And we got the triple Malicious and 1 Celestial just so you can play D-Draw. Now, I've been testing in and out of the D-Draw engine a lot. Now, I will say that actually playing Dark Law doesn't do very much. The reason it doesn't do very much is because you have to give up momentum to make it. And when you give up momentum, sometimes you're actually just not going to win. Dark Law isn't good enough to win on its own. You want to keep this momentum going. And it's actually a lot of the time just better making Beatrice than it is making Dark Law. Just because Beatrice helps your engine while sending a snow to disrupt your opponent. While Dark Law only disrupts if your opponent has no out to it. And Dark Law is very awkward in the deck. It's why you'd see me not play it. But yeah, Destiny Draw engine. So triple Malicious and Celestial, late game you can just banish it out to draw 2 cards and it fuels Chaos Zone. So that's pretty good. Shadow Mist to search them both, and Syndable. And we got BLS, 2 of them because this is a more of a aggressive version and you want to have one for later times in the duel. Or you could just summon both and just wipe your opponent's board and attack for game. And then we got 1 Plague Spreader, the Perfect Ass. Now this one's really fun because Beatrice Chaos Zone, Armageddon Knight Chaos Zone makes this guy. And this guy's Omni Negation on your opponent's turn, which means he can negate any card or effect on your opponent's turn by discarding a card. And a card you want to discard is Phoenix Blade. And then 1 Fairy Tale Snow. I found it better than Farfa, because the problem with Farfa is it has no value after you use it. And like, it's weird. Because Farfa fueled Chaos Zone, Snow fuels Chaos Zone, Farfa's a dark, well this is a light, but Snow is also a level 4 body, which is so huge. I think Snow's just a little bit better than Farfa. So yeah. And plus you're sending like 4 equipped spells automatically for Isolde, so when you send it, you do have the one ready, but you don't really have any more after that. And we got triple Destiny Draw, Foolish, Reborn, Soul Charge, Rhoda, triple Chaos Zone, triple DDR, double Signing Deal because this is a perfect way to bait out Ash. And on itself, it can help make Isolde. And you get out of the deck without actually using Beatrice, so you can send something else. And the equipped spells, 1 Phoenix Blade, 1 Arthur 1 Moonmere Shield because it puts itself back, 1 Power of the Guardians. All these have different values. Like this one pops set cards if you reduce the attack of the warrior. And then when it dies, it equips to Isolde, so that's you can do it again. And this one's also pretty interesting because if you equip it to either Stardust Charge Warrior or BLS, it makes them really, really powerful. So what happens is each time you attack or that monster is attacked, it places a spell counter on it, gains 500 attack and defense for each spell counter, and if it were to be destroyed by any manner, you can just remove a spell counter instead. So if you attack with BLS twice, it becomes 35 before the first attack resolves, and then 4k the second attack, and then afterwards, if you don't kill them, it's immune to destruction twice. And that's unbelievably threatening, so that's really, really cool. And the same happens with Stardust Charge Warrior. If your opponent has a big-ass field, you can just wipe it and make it virtually unkillable for the rest of the game. And 1 Pot of Acquisitiveness, put your shit back. Side deck actually doesn't matter. 2 Isolde, 1 Decode, 1 Borreload, 1 Underclock because this is a BLS-oriented version, and Underclock is insane with BLS. Pilgrim, Omega, Stardust Charge, Beatrice, Utopia Package, Nightmare, Tornado Dragon, Castell, and Dweller. So yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed these 2 deck profiles. I'm not going to post replays for this because they're all over my profile. So if you want to check out replays for any Chaos Blade deck ever, they're probably on my profile. So yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. And remember, Master DinnerFlax will take your soul.